Morning comes quickly and we pack up and head east, back into Nevada, where the road turns to dirt, which seems appropriate.
After a short while, you feel very far away from the comforts of town. After a little bit over 30 miles on routes 8A and 34, we reach our stopping point.
So Kirk, you've led us out to this lovely location, but I have a feeling that this is the beginning of the journey and we're headed up.
We are definitely headed up. This was Dave's idea. He wanted to climb to the top of Massacre Rim, but it's not that bad of a hike, and the views are more than worth it once we get up there.
I do think it would probably be spectacular up there.
So what we have going on right here is, right behind us up here, we have the Massacre Rim Wilderness Study Area. And it's a very unfortunate term because these areas were studied back in the late 70s. The study was completed around 1980. They were set aside and they were sent to Congress to make the decision as to whether they should be wilderness or not. Until that time, they need to be protected as wilderness. So that's what we have behind us. Why is there a darkest dark sky out here? It's because of places like this. They've been protected from development, light pollution, things like that. That's why we have this incredible dark sink. Up there, we're going to be roughly only a little over 7,000 feet. Down here, we're about 60 or 5,500 feet.
So we're going to be climbing some.
We are. It's about 1,200 foot climb.
Thanks.
This area up here is about 110,000 acres of protected land.
And this is all public land?
Yes. Public land where we're standing here, public land up there, better protected public land.
I think we get going and enjoy it.
Let's do
Follow
it.
you up the path.
All right, got a little pond here.
Pretty.
It's just full of life. Look at it. Got little tadpoles and
Ooh, big dragonfly. Oh, they're everywhere.
there's so much water in this area.
Chris, you want to go swimming?
Me and the tadpoles.
So what do we have here?
Anthill.
Right, but the question is, what are they eating?
Well,
Is that left residue from what they're eating?
I would believe so. So it looks like they're harvesting seeds. You notice how this area around this anthill is clear.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of space around it.
So did these ants kill all this vegetation? Or has this anthill been here long enough that they've harvested every potential seed source and denuded this? I don't know.
That seems reasonable.
I don't know. I've never seen that question answered.
well, if it's red ants, I'm just glad they're not eating us at the moment.
Well, it's midday, and only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in midday sun.
All right,
And
lead the way, Mad Dog.
All right, in my mind, I always divide hikes up into different phases. We've just gone through phase 1, which is getting up to the base of the rocks. Now we start trying to find our way through the rocks.
So does that mean we're a third of the way in?
In my imagination, yes.
Yay! I'll take progress. You watch your footings and then you remember to look up and it just takes your breath away. Not only the hike, but the view.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't look up. I need my breath.
Nice. Check it out.
What is that?
Oh, what a pretty little guy.
It's one of the lilies that might be in the sago lily family.
That is really cute.
Oh, pretty. It's a light purple.
So most of it is, like all lilies, it's got a really nice bulb down underneath the ground.
It looks so fragile to be growing in this environment.
Right, well, that's the thing. This environment is totally alive. Everything's early. You just have to look for it.
There's so much beauty in the desert.
Kirk, I know that Friends of Nevada Wilderness builds trails.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you build one today before we came up here?
Because this is a wilderness area. If you
Okay.
can't do it on your own, go home.
Look at what we did. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is amazing.
It is amazing.
From every direction.
Yep.
And so this whole thing is Massacre Rim?
Well, where you see around that last corner with the edge, you see there's a road in the far distance that starts switching up.
Yeah.
That is Sheldon National Wildlife Refuge.
Oh.
But the whole thing is called Massacre Rim.
You get up here and you look out at it, and it's so easy to understand why it's important to save places like this and preserve places like this.
This rock cairn next to us, if you look at it, it's constructed with huge boulders. And not too many people, nobody today would do that.
Right.
This is quite old. There's also evidence of an old fence down there. This could have been shepherds that built this, but it may be older. Do you know when the first people came up here? They have a rough estimate because there are petroglyphs back up over on this table.
When was it?
They've dated those petroglyphs to somewhere between 12 and 14,000 years ago.
Well, I think I'm ready for lunch, so I'm about to massacre some food.
Okay.
Does that work?
Okay.
Great
that's
place
good.
for it.